Greetings, theists and non-theists. I am the Atheist Paladin. Today I will be working on the history and the prophecies of Daniel. I will be going over how that it was really written in the 2nd century rather than the 6th century, which it claims. If I don't have enough time to go into both, in at least in 10 minutes, I will split it in two, with history and prophecy in the second. So let's go over the 5 errors that are not questioned by scholars today that are existent within Daniel. The first one is, in chapter 5 of Daniel, it calls Nebuchadnezzar the father of Belshazzar at least 5 times. But as Babylonian records indicate, it shows Nabonius as the father of Belshazzar. So there we already had something wrong off the bat. It further goes on to the problem that there were at least 4 kings in between Nebuchadnezzar and Belshazzar. One of those is Amel-Marduk, who is mentioned in Jeremiah 52 verse 31 and 2 Kings chapter 25 verse 27. So the Bible even mentions this king. So, can it be inerrant? Yeah. Well, he was deposed by his brother Nergal-Sharezer, and he was replaced by his son. He died unexpectedly, and he was replaced by his son Amel-Marduk, which was finally defeated by Nabonius, the father of Belshazzar, who apparently set his son up to rule the kingdom of Babylon. So there you have it. That's number 2. The third one is, according to the Daniel chapter 1 verse 4, Nebuchadnezzar came to Jerusalem in his 3rd year. Well, that was in 606 BC. Jerusalem ruled from 609 to 598. Well, during that time, Nebuchadnezzar was too busy with the Egyptians. He wasn't really able to lay siege in Jerusalem, and not until 958. So wouldn't that make it the last year of Jerusalem? Well, unfortunately for the Bible, it does not agree how Jerusalem died. In Jeremiah chapter 22, verse 19, it predicts that he would be buried with the burial of an ass and drawn and cast forth from beyond the gates of Jerusalem. But in 2 Chronicles chapter 36, verse 6, it claims Nebuchadnezzar was bound and fettered and was taken from Jerusalem. While in 2 Kings it merely states that he slept with his fathers and Jehoiakim ruled in his stead and was eventually taken off. So there's a lot of disagreement in the Bible about this. Let's go to number 4. The son of Assyrius. In chapter 9, verse 1, the writer describes the mysterious Darius the Mede, the son of Assyrius, the seed of the Medes. But Assyrius was better known as Xerxes, and he was the king of Persia from 485 to 465 BC. So it is impossible that Darius the Mede, who allegedly reigned in Babylon in 539 BC. He was the son of someone not yet born. So Assyrius was the king of Persia, who allegedly made Esther the queen, and the book named after this Jewish lady. Since his father was Darius the Great, the writer of Daniel may have been confused in his Dariuses and switched the great king of Darius, who captured Babylon. So it's understandable to make that mistake. At any rate, he made a mistake that would be understandably for the author writing 4 centuries later, and not the person who was writing it at the time. So it would pretty be unreasonable to think that it was a 6th century writer that made that mistake. Let's go to the reign of Darius the Mede. Well, the writer confuses the matter one above why many biblical scholars reject the tradition of Daniel. It was written by an important Jewish official in the 6th century BC in the Babylonian Empire. But it is, of course, his mistake that thinking that the Median Empire intervened between Babylon and Persian kingdoms. That is presenting the most compelling reason why so many scholars think that this book could not have been written by the official party, who was the party of these events that were recorded. Although liberal scholars, to whom biblical inerranists deplore, disagree with one of the minor points concerning the dating of the book. But they are in a general agreement that the mistake was a major blunder and could not have been made by someone who was an important official in the 6th century Babylon. Since this mistake has already been discussed in the previous response, let's summarize it in a few points. 1, in 550 BC, Cyrus conquered the kingdom of the Medes and made it a province of the Persian Empire. In 539 BC, Babylon fell to Cyrus. By that time, the Medes no longer existed. Cyrus ruled Babylon from 539 BC to 538 for, about a year, and then moved on to the Ecbatana. I'm going to have to put this one in there. There it is. So he's already conquering the territory of Media. So the number 4, it would clearly the indication Darius the Mede resigned in Babylon for at least 1 year between the reigns of Belshazzar and Cyrus of Persia. But the time of Daniel's mysterious Darius the Mede had finished the reign in Babylon, and Cyrus has begun his. Cyrus, according to contemporary Persian records, had left Babylon and moved on his official residence of Ecbatana or whatever. So who can have been a high government official living in those times could have written a book containing such historical inaccuracies? So how can a Mede rule when the Medes were already wiped out? In the book of Daniel, it clearly makes that the Medes and the Persians work together. But the fact of the matter is the Medes were conquered by the Persians, and then who in turn conquered the Babylonians. There was no effort together